why not check out our website at wrestlingfatherandson.weebly.com, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt and this is Son
Kai.
And this is a week that was WWE. This is Raw. Yep, Raw, 15th of the 7th, 2019. Started off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman coming down and doing a bit of a promo, or should I say Heyman was doing a bit of a promo. And it kind of was the same old stick as what he does every time that Brock Lesnar wins the Universal title. Obviously at Extreme Rules he cashed in, didn't he? He said that he hinted at his status in the WWE as well by saying he had all the stroke round here, meaning that he is now the executive director, isn't he? And that he was going to make a top 10 All-Star Battle Royal. In my opinion, during this show, I was thinking the word logic. Logic, Kai. And everything, you got to think of it as a sort of story, as a TV show, and the logic and continuity has to be there. So my first opinion was, Seth Rollins just lost the title, he should get an automatic rematch. But that wasn't going to happen, no. He had to go through 9 other people in an All-Star Battle Royal to even get that match, but we'll get onto that Battle Royal right at the end. They announced the competitors. That was Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, who else? Big E. Cesaro, yep.
Braun Strowman.
Strowman, yep. Rey Mysterio,
Baron Corbin.
Yep.
Sami Zayn.
Who actually replaced Daniel Bryan. It was there was a tweet that was deleted, I think, that said it was going to be Daniel Bryan, but he wasn't actually there. They replaced him with Sami Zayn, and there was 2 more. Who's the last 2?
Bobby Lashley
and Roman Reigns. Yep. So again, All-Star, Big E, Sami Zayn. Wild card also doesn't get mentioned anymore. I'll just mention that as well. It doesn't really get mentioned that they're supposed to only have, what is it, 5 people? 5 people from SmackDown on Raw, but you know, that's half of the actual Battle Royal, I think. Next it was Ricochet and the Usos versus the Revival and Robert Roode. Again, that logic card. Why isn't this AJ Styles in the club? I don't understand why it's Robert Roode. He has nothing to do with Ricochet or the Usos. You know, it was a 2 out of...
the Usos has something with the Revival.
Yeah, they do have a little bit of a rivalry. They had a match, didn't they, at Extreme Rules. It was 2 out of 3 falls again. Again, I'm getting sick of 2 out of 3 falls. It ended up that the Ricochet and the Usos actually won. They actually won the whole match. And after that, AJ Styles and the club came down. And it was quite interesting because the commentary team actually turned around and said that the club had a little bit of history with the Usos, which I thought, well, why aren't they in this match then? But you know, it was what it is. There was a really good, phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles. He jumped off, he hit Ricochet. Ricochet did a flip, and it looked really, really good. And then the very end of that was that the club did their finishing move to Ricochet, which is called
Magic Killer.
The Magic Killer, yes, and that was how they kind of ended it.
I thought he was going to do Styles Clash.
Yeah. Well, he did on Extreme Rules, didn't he, to win the United States Championship. Next it was the Viking Raiders versus the Weekly Jobbers. They seem to always be facing the Weekly Jobbers. Yeah, I know they do, don't they? Always facing, going nowhere basically. They won the match. Next we had Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Obviously Cedric
Alexander got the win.
Yep, he did get the win. Next it was Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. Obviously Finn Balor lost. No, this was the highlight of the night. This is what everyone's talking about, is what happened after this match. Samoa Joe went and beat Balor, so Balor is being buried a little bit. He's losing. He hasn't won. Samoa Joe did actually attack Finn Balor, but Finn Balor got the best of him. And then only for the lights to go out. And then there was a little commotion in the ring. The commentators made light of there was some commotion. The lights came sort of back on, and who was there?
Bray Wyatt the Fiend.
Yes, Bray Wyatt as the Fiend. He is finally...
And he was doing the Sister Abigail.
Yes, the Sister Abigail to Finn Balor. So now he is finally back. All of them puppets that we've been seeing for last week, and the Fireflies Funhouse, have now led to this. So now the Fiend is there. And next we got the first of a couple of sequences with Drake Maverick and his wife Renee. They were checking into a hotel under the name of what? What was his name? Name of Mr. 24/7, because he thought people will be looking for Mr. and Mrs. Maverick. They got, basically, there's all this thing about consummating their marriage. They obviously haven't yet. They went off to their room only for R-Truth to appear with a wreath, and then asked if there was anyone on the books under the name of Hornswoggle. And this was quite funny, especially with like the money and all that. It was really, really interesting. Later on, we might as well go through what happened later on in the show. Drake was in the hotel room with the belt, and the belt was covering sort of his middle bit, trying to keep it PG, guy. And then there was some room service, only for a referee to be the room service. R-Truth then appeared out of nowhere from underneath the service trolley he was under. He rolled up our Drake Maverick, who then sort of kicked out first off, and then he sort of dived on the bed, got the 1, 2, 3. After that, they sort of showed it on a telly, and the Street Profits were there, saying about the Fatal 4-Way for the women's, for the Raw Women's Championship contender, number 1 contender. Next, it was Zack Ryder versus Mike Kanellis. Again, the boring, what we were calling this, the Raw's Rubbish, the Raw's Rubbish section. With Maria Kanellis again berating Mike Kanellis, and it's just getting old already, because Zack Ryder got a quick win on Mike Kanellis. Again, she's still tormenting him, and I just don't know where they're going. I don't think it's working, and it's just not interesting me. Next, it was the club, AJ Styles versus the Lucha House Party. Ricochet attacked during the match. He jumped over the barrier and attacked AJ Styles, and got sort of, I think, got ejected from the arena. They continued the match, and then the club and AJ Styles won with the calf crusher, I think, to Kalisto, who tapped out. Next, it was at Fatal 4-Way, the women's, Raw Women's, I keep saying women's, the Raw Women's Championship number 1 contender. It was, who was it?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss versus
Carmella.
versus
Naomi.
versus
Natalia.
Natalia, yes, and Nikki Cross was at ringside, and so was Becky Lynch, seeing who was going to be the number 1 contender. It ended up being a surprise. I thought it was going to be Alexa Bliss again. I thought they were going to push there and have this sort of deconstruction of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss's friendship, but that kind of didn't happen. Who did win the match? Natalia, so she is now surprisingly a number 1 contender for that match. So we've got our first match at SummerSlam. It's going to be now Becky Lynch versus Natalia for the Raw Women's Championship. That's the first one. Next we had Miz TV. Miz's guest was Ziggler. Had a little bit of obviously a promo, and it ended up blowing up into a bit of a brawl after Ziggler mentioned the Miz's wife. After Miz TV was that Drake Maverick sequence we've said about with the hotel, when he was in the hotel, and now it leads into the main event, which is a 10-man battle royal to see who was going to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It was an interesting match. It's not brilliant. I don't really like these battle royals, but you know, they are what they are. They get to sort of a story thread, as what I say. I did notice that obviously Randy Orton went through the ropes. He didn't go over the ropes. He went through the ropes. So they sort of eliminated everyone. Rollins was sort of in the air, in the ring with his arms up, celebrating. And I thought, you're missing Randy Orton. And Randy Orton did appear, and he nearly got the better. And I was thinking, actually, this is the match I want to see. I want to see Randy Orton versus Lesnar at SummerSlam again, because obviously last time he had a match, he opened him up. He actually hit him with, I think, some forearm shots and cut Randy open. So I think there's a little bit of heat still there with that, and I'd like to have seen that match. But it wasn't, was it? It wasn't Orton who won. Who won then?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, yes, he beat Randy Orton, pushed him over.
Now he's going to get a rematch.
Yep, he's going to get his rematch, which he should really have already, but he's getting it. And then so Rollins promo saying, you know, come and face me now. Let's say Raw this week. If it weren't for Bray Wyatt returning, I think it would have been a poor Raw. I don't know. It's always subjective, these reviews, and it's always the individual. I didn't think there was too much. I just thought the logic just went out the window. Top stars. Oh, we've got the top star battle royal, Big E and Sami Zayn. They're not top stars. I'm sorry, but they're not. There's just the logic just went out the window. So yeah, that's our little weekly review. Quick side note in this video, obviously if you're new to these videos, you never see our videos before, we do unboxings, weekly unboxings, don't we, Kai? We do try and get one out every week as much as we can, and if you are familiar with our videos, and you know that we have just unboxed the Ultimate Edition Ronda Rousey, which is this one. Yep, she is still in there. This one. this I said was a part 1. It has come to my attention now that we do have part 2 coming up, Kai. Ultimate Warrior. I've got the Ultimate Warrior there. I've managed to pick that one up as well. So this week it was going to be Daniel Bryan from Elite Series 68, but I think we're now going to do this Ultimate Warrior unboxing. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss that video, because this figure is really good and I've really anticipated unboxing this. So yeah, so join us in that video. Coming not tomorrow but Thursday, it will be the Weekless WWE SmackDown, because we're busy tomorrow and we can't get that video out until Thursday. And on that show there's going to be a bit about Daniel Bryan, why he wasn't in that match at Raw. He's going to make a career-altering announcement tonight. I don't know what that means. The last time he made a career-altering announcement, he actually retired from WWE. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Hopefully that's not going to be a retirement speech. So yeah, if you like this video, then like I say, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hopefully Eric Rowan goes back to Bray Wyatt.
Well, we don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, so we'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.